Here comes a new challenger!
What's going on, guys? Mr. Jason back here again with another video for you guys. This is going to be continuing on the challenges that over at Huck's Pop Culture Cafe. I always tend to have a brain fart when I'm about to say that, but he's been putting out challenges for us in the physical media community to go through our collection. The first one was the A through Z challenge. You had to pick one movie per letter of the alphabet and a number, and he had some cheats involved in that one that you could do. Basically, you had to choose one for each letter, and you would take to like a deserted island of some sort. If all you were able to do was bring one movie of each letter, and that's it. You're stuck with those. That was the first challenge. The second one was for 25 actors plus one ensemble. I did that one as well. And then, of course, this one, I'm a little late to the party, but this one is 25 favorite actresses. And this one's a little difficult for me. Not as difficult as the next challenge is going to be 25 directors. That one I'm probably going to skip just for the fact that I don't even have the knowledge when it comes to directors who directed what movie and all that. I didn't collect movies due to directors and all that stuff. I do have some select directors that I'm a big fan of, but I don't really become a fan of many directors. Let's just say that. So that would be like the toughest one for me to do. So I'm probably going to skip that one. So this will probably be my last challenge. Sorry about that, Huck. You made the challenges difficult. Let's say that for sure. But they've been fun. Let's say that. This one was a little difficult for me as well, just for the fact that I do not collect movies based on actors and actresses. Luckily with the actors, I did have a good amount of like actors in mind that I would have chosen. When it came to actresses, I had very few in mind. So a lot of these movies, you're probably going to think to yourself that the actress isn't that great, or if that you do like the actress, you're probably going to think it's not her greatest performance or movie in general. But this is just based on what I have in my collection. So like I said, I do not collect movies based on actors, actresses, or directors. I only go from the movie if I like it. So if I happen to have like two movies of an actress, knowing that she's had way better movies, I just don't have it in my collection. So I'm just going by based on what I have. But we're going to get into this. Enough rambling. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And if you are enjoying this video, please like it. If you're already subscribed, thank you very much for coming back and watching another one of my videos. I appreciate it. But like I said, these are all challenges from Huck's Pop Culture Cafe. I'll put a link to his YouTube channel in the description down below. Go check his channel out. And if you really want to, you can join these challenges as well. Just drop some comments down below of what you would choose based on the challenge, of course. Or if you want to do a video for yourself, if you have a YouTube channel, let me know in a comment down below if you did, and I'll go watch it. And first off, I'm just going to start this right off the bat, just very random. Stacks are all over the place. This one is Anne Hathaway. And I like her as an actress. She's good. Let's just say that. But like I said, I do not have too many favorite actresses. So I just wanted to take on the challenge and see what I could do. But here I chose Colossal for Anne Hathaway. Not sure if many heard of this one. It's a very depressing movie. I believe she had, I only saw this once and it's been a while. She is basically a partier and is having a lot of stuff going on in her life and has depression and all that. So that's what this creature is and all that. I definitely recommend checking it out. I don't want to talk too much about the movies, but I recommend checking it out. And like I said, Anne Hathaway, Colossal. And next up, I went with, I'm not even sure if I'm going to say this right, but Gal Gadot or whatever. I can never say it. With Wonder Woman. I do not have too many movies of hers, but this was a really good one. I thought she did a great job in this. Again, another lithograph right there. And next up, I went with Angelina Jolie and Lara Croft Tomb Raider. Again, I do not have many movies of this actress specifically, so I enjoyed Tomb Raider. I thought she did a great job as Lara Croft. I was doing this starting to think if it was a lithograph or not. Wow. And next up, some of these actresses, I don't know the names off the top of my head, so I'm going to have to look. I know who they were as I was going through my collection, though. And the next up, I went with Julianne Hogue in Paradise. She's been in other movies like Rock of Ages and other ones I can't think of off the top of my head. But I watched this one. I think it was on Netflix or something. I can't remember. I enjoyed it a lot. I bought it, but of course you can see it's still sealed. I haven't watched it since. But I did really enjoy this movie. I thought she did a good job. And the movie itself is just like a coming-of-age movie. It was very enjoyable. And next up, I think this girl's name is Haley Steinfeld or something like that. Yeah, Haley Steinfeld. I don't remember how I started seeing her, but ever since I saw her, I've been enjoying her performances and whatever she does. But again, don't have many of her movies. If she even has too many, I don't know. But I went with Bumblebee. I thought she did a great job in this. Playing, I guess you can say, the new Shia LaBeouf in some form. And next up, I went with Jessica Biel and Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the remake. I do not have too many movies of hers either, but I had to choose something, and I really enjoyed this remake. I thought it was a great remake for Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and she did a great job as the main character, I guess you can say. And next up, I went with Millie Bobby Brown. I love me some Millie Bobby Brown. She's amazing. Ever since Stranger Things and anything else she's been in after that, she's just amazing. I enjoy her. And I went with Godzilla vs. Kong. She did a great job in these movies. I believe she was in King of Monsters as well, which was before this. Really enjoyed her performance in that. This one, I'm not sure if I was able to do it because one of Huck's rules and challenges were you cannot choose the same movie from ones that you did in previous challenges. And this one, I did choose the original Halloween on my A to Z's challenge, but I'm going with Jamie Lee Curtis, and I couldn't choose Halloween once. So, I don't know if I was able to do this, but I don't see why not. I went with the sequel of Halloween 2. He didn't say any rules that you can't choose sequels from other franchises and whatnot, so I figured why not? We'll do Halloween 2 right here. Jamie Lee Curtis. Was going to do the original, but I couldn't because I chose that one for my A to Z challenge. And next up, from the same franchise, like I said, he didn't say anything that you can't choose the same franchise, just different sequels and whatnot. He did not say that, so I don't know if I'm breaking a rule or not. Sorry if I am. Let me know in the comment down below. And next up, I chose Danielle Harris in Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. She is one of my favorite Scream Queens, and of course, she resignated from Halloween 4 and 5 right here. Of course, I didn't choose 5. I went with 4, but she played in part 5 as well. She was amazing, of course, as a child actor at the time in this movie. Went with her, and I love her in everything that she is currently as well. I've been collecting some of her movies, but I had to go with her, like one of her first main performances. And next up, I'm going with, I think it's Jenna Ortega. She's a recent upcoming actress to me anyways, and the first time I ever saw her was in this movie, and I thought she did an amazing job. I believe it's Jenna Ortega. I'm trying to find it on back here. She played in X as well. See, I'm trying to find the names on the back of the movie. Where is it? Yep, Jenna Ortega. I chose her, and of course, Scream 6, Scream Boot. I don't know what you want to call it, if it's like just Scream or Scream 5, not 6. Scream 5. Scream 6 is coming soon, I guess. But I went with Jenna Ortega for this one. She did an amazing job. To me, she's like the next Scream Queen. No pun intended. And then next up, I went with Eliza Dushku, or Dushku, I can never say it. I always enjoyed her performances. She's not in anything too much lately, but of course I went with Ron Turn. Eliza Dushku, this is one of my favorite horror franchises of all time, and I thought she did great in this. Too bad she wasn't in any of the sequels. And then next up, I do not have too many movies of this actress, but I really enjoyed this movie. I thought she did a great job in it, which is why I chose it. I went with Blake Lively in The Shallows. This is the lenticular slipcover, but of course the Blu-ray, not the very rare 4K one. I enjoyed that movie for a shark movie. And next up, I'm going with Aubrey Plaza. Again, I don't have many of anything else of her involved. And of course, Elizabeth Olsen plays in this, but she's not the one I chose for this movie. I'm going with Aubrey Plaza and Ingrid Goes West. This girl, Aubrey, plays a freaking maniac in this movie. She's like a very obsessed psycho, and she did a great job with her performance in this one as well. She plays a great psycho, or obsessed girl, I guess you can say. And next up, I'm going with Alicia Silverstone in Clueless. This is like the first movie I always think of when I hear Alicia Silverstone. She just played a great airhead, I guess you can say, in this movie, and I grew up watching it, so I had to choose it. I'm going with Clueless. And next up, I'm probably going to get hate for this. I really enjoyed this movie, and of course, due to my channel name and my Instagram handle and all that, I love Harley Quinn. Margot Robbie is Harley Quinn. I do not care what anyone else wants to say. Margot Robbie is Harley Quinn. She did a great job. She just has that voice to pull it off. And now every time I see her in other movies and when I hear her voice, I just hear Harley Quinn. She just did a great job in the performance. I did not go with Suicide Squad or anything. She did great in those as well, and of course that's what she came from anyways, portraying Harley Quinn. But I went with Birds of Prey. My cat is back here causing trouble. Get out of there. Might as well make an appearance. You want to say hi? There you go. This is my favorite actress right here. No, I'm just kidding. That's my baby. But like I was saying, I chose Birds of Prey. I really enjoyed this movie. and I just thought it was great. But I should mention that this is 25 favorite actresses, I guess you can say, plus an ensemble. But this could have kind of been an ensemble. This isn't my ensemble pick. This is just my pick for Margot Robbie. But could have been, because there's quite a few standout actresses in this movie. And it's basically a dominated role of a female cast. And next up, I went with Emma Watson, I believe is her name. I always confuse her name with other actresses. But I went with Emma Watson in the live action reboot of Beauty and the Beast. I love this movie. She played a great Belle. She did a great job. And I don't know if that's really her singing in the scenes that she sings in, but if it is, she did great. But that's what I went with for Emma Watson. And I know KB loves movies. I don't know if he watches my videos or not, but I watched his 25 Actress Challenge recently as well, and this is the movie that he chose. And I went with Charlize Theron. I can't even say that. Charlize Theron. I went with Atomic Blonde. She is definitely kick-ass in this movie. Literally, I enjoyed it. I saw it one time, and it was just a good movie overall. She did a great job with her performance of what she had to play as, like an assassin of some sort. I can't remember. Yeah, she's in a lethal assassin. She did a great job. Every action scene, like KB Loves Movie said, was badass. And next up, I went with Florence Pugh. Probably not a movie that most would. Some probably don't even realize that she was in this movie unless you're a wrestling fan. But I went with Fighting with My Family. This is basically a movie about a former WWE superstar and now AEW superstar, Paige Saraya. I'm not sure if anyone's familiar with who that is. I'll put a picture of her. But Florence Pugh was playing Paige. That's her. Of course, this is a younger Florence. She was playing that wrestler that I just mentioned. She was portraying like the whole family story of her growing up and all that. But I really enjoyed that movie, and that's the first movie that I ever saw her in. And I became a fan of hers ever since. And I enjoyed her in Midsommar and Black Widow, of course. But that was my pick for her. And next up, I'm going with Mina Savari and Loser. This was a good movie. I enjoyed it. It was a very, very fun rom-com, I guess you can say, and she kind of plays like this lonely goth girl. I don't know if you can really see it for those who might not have seen the movie. And they cross paths and they click, I guess you can say. But I enjoyed it. Mina Savari, Loser is my pick. And next up, I think the girl's name is, I just saw it when I was going through my collection. Emily Browning. I don't know too many other movies that this girl is in. But when I saw this movie, Sucker Punch, man, I fell in love. She did a great job as her character she was portraying. She did a good job in this movie. I enjoyed it a lot. This is one of my favorites, I will say, of all time, Sucker Punch. For those who did not see it, I recommend checking it out. Great soundtrack as well. And next up, I went with Liv Tyler. Again, I do not have many other movies of hers. I think I might have like one or two other movies, but this is the one that stands out the most to me. She did great in this movie, and I enjoyed it overall just for the fact that it is just freaking kind of creepy as hell to me anyways. But I went with The Strangers right there for Liv Tyler. And next up, to me, I don't know too many other movies that this girl is in. And Jessica Roth is the next one that I chose, and I don't have anything else that she's in. I think she was in Valley Girl remake, I'm not sure. But I went with Happy Death Day, one of my favorite, I guess you can say, fun type horror movies. I went with this. She did a great job in this for what she had to play with, and basically dying and waking up every day, reliving the same day. I enjoyed that one, and that's who I chose. And next up, I went with Mila Kunis and Friends with Benefits. The type of movie that this is, and of course she's usually always in comedies, but I don't know. I just thought she did a great job for the type of movie that this is. Like, obviously, Friends with Benefits, you can know what that relates to. She did a good job in that, and her and Justin Timberlake, I believe, had good chemistry in that movie. And next up, I went with Emma Stone. Probably not in a movie most people would think of when they hear Emma Stone, but I thought she played a great job as the character she was playing in Gangster Squad. I enjoyed this movie. I really am a big fan of Ryan Gosling, and then you got Josh Brolin, so it was a good gangster type movie, and Emma Stone did a good job for her character right there. I enjoyed it. And the last movie for the 25 that I chose is Julia Stiles in the movie O. She's been in so many like dramas like Save the Last Dance, similar stuff like this. But I really enjoyed this one. I do not have too many Julia Stiles movies, and this is what I had. I do have 10 Things I Hate About You, but I chose that one already for my number on the A to Z challenge. So I went with O. I really enjoyed that drummer as well. Gonna make sure I had 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And for my ensemble, I went with Bad Moms, and of course Mila Kunis is in this as well. But you got Mila Kunis, Kristen Bell, Catherine Hahn, I'm not sure who that is, Annie Mumolo, Jada Pinkett Smith, and Christina Applegate. This is my ensemble choice. I really enjoyed these movies, even the Christmas one. I thought they were hysterical. And what can I say? It's just like a cast of main, like decent known actresses, and I guess you can say big stars. So that was my ensemble choice. But that's going to do it for my challenge video here for the 25 actresses. So guys, drop some comments down below, anything related to these movies. Do you agree with some of my choices? Did you enjoy any of them? I know that a lot of these actresses probably had so much other movies and better performances, but I did not have them in my collection, so I had to choose with what I enjoyed from my own collection. So that's my choices right there. If you want to take part in this challenge, whether you just want to comment down below and just comment your list, or if you have a YouTube channel, if you already did a video, if you plan on doing a video, let me know in the comment down below and I'll go check it out. And go over to Huck's Pop Culture Challenge Cafe. I almost said Pop Culture Challenge. I guess that could be a new channel for you, Huck. Huck's Pop Culture Challenge. I guess, maybe. Has a ring to it. But thank you, Huck, for doing these challenges. They are very fun. I'm going to have to skip the director one. I can't see myself being able to find 25 different directors, and I don't want to be one of those people that's just like fake about it, because I don't have the knowledge of directors, so I can't be like, oh, this director did a great job and this and that, because I don't know. I don't know who the directors are for most of the movies that I have. I don't even know what select for you, so I'm going to have to skip that one. So you got me. You got me, Huck. But guys, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and go over to Huck's Pop Culture Cafe's channel. I'll put a link to his channel in the description down below. I'll put the link to my other videos for the A to Z challenge and the 25 actors that I did. I'll put them in end video links and links in the description down below. Go check them out if you want to see them, if you haven't yet. And if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel and you're not subscribed, please do so. You won't regret it. And if you already are subscribed, I appreciate it very much, guys. But thanks for coming back and watching again if you are just returning. And if you enjoyed it, thumbs up. But guys, I will see you in the next one. Take care.